smile.
Well, we made it. We are here. 470 miles later. Look at that good looking truck. Except the other side. I mean, it's still a good looking truck. Don't get me wrong. But we're also still missing a fender. So, that's amazing. Trailer's looking good though. Wrong way. Tarnation. What the hell's this camera doing? It's too early. 4 hours of sleep just don't do it anymore. That truck looking good. They gave us a door, which should be down there. Door 20. What do we gotta do? Slider extras. Ooh. How we looking with this dock? We look aight. Maybe I should take these load locks off. So I've read that they like to keep your load locks here. So we're just gonna set them aside. What do you guys think? Very good idea. There we go. That's where you guys were hanging out a second ago, watching me back up and slide these axles. Right on these load locks. Don't let me forget them. Alright, hopefully they're happy with that. Oh, I know I would be. That's pretty sweet. But anyway, I had a guy parked over here. He was just vibing hard. Parked right on here next to the dock, and he was like, "Oh, you're backing in?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, I move. Yeah, I guess he was going to the shipping side because this is the receiving side. And make sure we're good on this side too. But that would have been a pretty tight backup here because he was like literally right on this line. So that kind of would have sucked. Yeah, we're good. We're dialed. Oh man. Head spinning. Let's go back and lay down. Maybe they'll take their time here. Our next appointment is at 10 o'clock and we're half an hour away, so we got some time. They could take a couple hours to work here. Although I did get to sit through a company meeting of them getting chewed out as I was checking in, telling them, "No, you guys aren't getting paid for work at Christmas," or something like that. But dang, that's why everybody's so miserable lately. They're not getting paid for coming to work on holidays. We're signed off. Off to the next one. I guess they were screwing around in there because a pallet slid off. They're double stacked totes on pallets, and I guess one slid off. I don't know if it slid off on them unloading or what, because those are in there pretty damn good. And from what I saw when I opened the doors, everything looked tight, so I think it was probably them. All right, let's go get this high maintenance fired up get these axles slid, make sure that trailer looks decent inside, and we got 30 minutes to go to our next place, and our appointment is exactly in about an hour, so we got a boogie. Oh yeah, we spilled the tote in your trailer. Let's not tell you anything about it. Bunch of assholes, man. I swear, these people. Oh yeah, the tote slid off. Yeah, why did it slide off? Because you're driving in and out like an idiot. What a bunch of freaking idiots, man. Now I don't know. And that's the power of the Home Depot. I guess we'll go get something over here. Probably easier to find at Walmart. What do you guys say we go pick up a load? I stopped at Home Depot, try to get a broom. A blower. Holy crap, man! They want $260 for the little crappy Ryobis. I'm gonna go. I have one at home, but they don't usually bring them. And I guess didn't have a broom in here. Well, now we have a broom in here. Never really had this problem, but I don't know. I guess gotta be prepared next time, because that's my own stupidity. Didn't have the broom, didn't have a blower, and they spilled a bunch of crap in the trailer. At least now we got it somewhat cleaned up, so looks good. I'll show you guys here in a minute. But we're gonna go back into this door, and then we're gonna check in, and I don't know, we're gonna vibe for a second, and then probably get cleaned up, because I guess using a clean broom and sweeping the trailer out gets you really dirty. 37 is what they said. They sure enough did. Continuous, -1. We're going a whopping, actually, I'm not gonna lie to you guys or guesstimate. I'm gonna go and look up the actual there's a cone here. Well, I guess I'll move the cone. I don't know why they had a cone on my dock, but that seems to be the story of my life. Probably broken doors. Yeah, you be in a hurry, old man. You see someone backing up, you just go flooring it. Oh, big old maniac. Volvo maniac. But I'm not gonna back up all the way. I'm gonna go look at it, because there's still stuff at the very back of the rail. You kind of almost need to vacuum it out, but I think it's good enough. So we'll open it real quick and make sure we don't have any issues. If not, then I guess we'll be using tissues and crying. Anybody tell me who's Dieter Transport or Dieter Transportation? Is that like what Saturn used to be? Anybody remember Saturn back in the day from the Chicagoland area? They used to run Peterbilts. They're gone, but now you see a company called Dieter. Here, I'll take you guys with me. That way you can see. D-I-E-T-E-R. Dieter. Let's see what we're looking like in here. See, that's what I mean. Little things here and there still, but hopefully they don't complain about it. It's clean enough for me. Clean enough for frozen product. This is one of them places where you got to keep your doors closed. So, all right, let's back on all the way in, back all the way in, and chill. Big old carrier doing work. I like this carrier. It does a good job. I guess the was it the 75s and the 71s, or so you have your 2100s, and then you have your 2500s. Now you got your 75, 73s, the 71s, I think, and I think you have like an 85 now. I don't know, but were the 77 series the ones that used to break manifold bolts or exhaust manifold bolts? I don't know. So I'm gonna go in there and check in with them. I've rambled long enough, and see if I'm in the right door, because there's a cone over here. I guess the cone was right. They didn't know themselves though. They were like, oh, we don't know. We'll try. If not, we'll move you to a different door. So we're going to go to 36, which is just one over. And then we'll put the cone back in front of them for it. The cone of shame. That's alright. At least we don't have anybody backing in next to us, right? What a day. What a day. Actually, it's been what a week. All these little short loads, they've definitely been quite the effort, man. Our load yesterday didn't get loaded till forever, which was a production issue. It wasn't anybody's fault other than a production issue. And you're going to have that when you're doing food stuff. So, and then the guy, so we were hauling these totes, and the totes were full of, you know, these fine crackers called Cheez-Itz. And they're double stacked, and he must have, when he was unloading it, he slid one off, and I felt it go against the wall. He says that they loaded it like that. I'm like, no, they didn't. Because when I opened the door this morning, I looked in there. Man, it was fine and dandy, and I felt it hit the wall. So, and he made it go all over the floor, as you guys saw. And that just, it sucked, because I thought I had a 10 o'clock appointment here. Turns out I had a noon appointment here. I don't know how. I scheduled for 10, but my appointment's for noon. So I got all flustered, and I was like, you don't say. And I was like, well, I need to get here then and get this on, because I don't want to be late, and because they like to charge you, and it's just unnecessary to pay that. I'd probably get I would get reimbursed for it, because it's not my fault, but there's no need for that. You know, it's stupid if you have to pay a late fee, even when it's not their fault, but it's also not your fault. It's the previous guy's fault. So again, that's trucking, and I rush found a Home Depot. I tried to get a blower, but the blowers are stupid expensive, like I said, and so found a broom and cleaned it up real good, and I think we should be good to go. But I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about or why I'm talking about this, because I'm tired. So these short loads are definitely, they're not hard, but man, it's just a lot of work, because you gotta, you know, you're loading and unloading every single day, and then you gotta run sometimes late, and like we did last night, even though it wasn't too bad, it wasn't that late, but by the time we got here and our actual rest, you know, let's just say it wasn't adequate enough. It was adequate, but it almost wasn't. So that being said, now we get to go to sleep, because we get to finish out our break, and we got all day today and tomorrow to get to Wisconsin, because it's roundies, and our appointment is tomorrow at 7 o'clock at night. So, well, we are loaded. What do you guys say we go play in some snow? We're gonna pull forward and check our weights and check our seal. We got 27,000 on those, so we are fairly light. Well, let's go double check our seal and our weights. We're sitting right at about 26 on the trailer. I mean, on the drives. We got our tandems far enough back to go ride better in the snow. Check our seal. 22. So we got enough weight to place in some snow if we have to. Let it snow. The definitely coming down here in Kenosha now. Pretty cool. It's kind of nice just sitting here watching it fall. Well, Roundy's let us in 2 hours early. That's a good start. Didn't hassle us or nothing. So we're gonna post up our asses up in this biatch, and I guess we'll go check in. Snow's mainly gone off the road now. It's not bad. There's like nobody here. Well, I mean in a parking lot there's nobody here. Ain't nobody here in the docks yet either. I don't know what time they start actually receiving the chicken folks. Or as somebody might say, folkess, because all of a sudden Tremonton is pronounced Tremonton even though there's only one E in it. I know, I'm going to give you guys shit for that one. I don't care. It's Tremonton to me. I'm never going to pronounce it Tremonton. I don't care what you guys call it. I just don't. To me, it's Tremonton. Because there's one E in it. There's no tree in it. Ooh, dang. I suck at backing up today. You guys want to see? Maybe you could see. Got the axles all the way back. That's, well, most of the way back. That's why. Because I'm more worried about looking cool than functionality. That's how it always is. That's why that one fender's gone. No, even though Alice pronounced it right, people still gave her crap for it. It's like, it's Tremonton. Yeah, that's what she said. But it's Tremonton. I don't give a crap. Alright. I'm just kidding. Don't take it seriously. Parked. I don't know what time to start receiving, but we're probably going to go find out. Change my flip-flops, because that's how we roll at reefers, into my boots. And click this guy into on duty. And be done. Well, when we get in the dock, I guess. So I think I like this carrier more than my thermal cane. Awkward. Well, there's not too many trucks here. We just got backed up to a dock. Let's see how we get. It's one of them places where they don't want you to open your doors. It's fine by me. And dock 453. I'm such a gangster rapper today. Oh, alright. Looks good to me. Oh, take your egos and feast on them, Wisconsin. Feast on your egos. High maintenance. High maintenance fixing to go on the surgery. We gotta fix these fenders. I'm gonna redo this one. Because this one, it does have a little bounce to it, as you can see. And it's going to, but I don't like that, so I'm going to redo it. So the other fender is going to go back on, and then that, underneath that old general area, you're going to yank that transmission out and do something with that. I like this reefer, man. I really like this carrier. It looks sharp too. I like the chrome grill on it, you know. Which this thing won't freaking show you guys, because look what this does. Like I'm trying to show you the chrome grill, but I won't do it. This camera's retarded. I am just retarded myself. So anyway, the truck's gonna go under the knife. Because the actor who plays Alice on Trucking Together doesn't need to be stranded in the middle of Wyoming when it shits the bed. These transmissions aren't easy to find, nor are they cheap, because they're like almost $20,000 new from the dealer because they're trying to take advantage of you. Luckily, the one I found was affordable. A rebuild one, which is hard to find, but even the rebuild ones, when I got a quote from Weller, it was almost $13,000 for a reman. But I can get a front plate for this transmission. From what I saw on eBay for sale with new bearing races and all new bearings and stuff like that. I might, when I put the new one in and it's all gravy, I'm going to take this old one apart and I'm going to see how it works. Because nothing else inside there is really bad. And I'm going to look at the gears and I'm going to try to look at the bearings. And if anything, I'm going to get a new front plate for this transmission. Because you can buy them, and see if I can tackle that myself. And fix the front plate on it where the bearings ride and the races are, just replace the whole front plate on it and see if I could have this as a backup just in case. Because this transmission is it's not a bad transmission. It's a high torque transmission, and with all the fault codes it's thrown, it's never left us stranded. So they keep going, unlike the DT12 and the Freightliners. And I can't really say anything about the Volvos because I don't really have any experience with those, but from when we did our FedEx stuff, those DT12s, they were such turds, man. They would just leave you in the middle of the road if they wanted to. They didn't care. So I as much as people rag on these auto shifts, I'll tell you that this Eaton, they all have their problems, but this Eaton hasn't left us stranded, and it's been begging for mercy probably for the last, I'd say, a couple months. Before it started acting up, probably around. It's always grinded gears since Alice came out of here last year, but it wasn't as bad. And it never used to throw fault codes going down the highway till now. So I want to say it's been about a couple months. And would it squeeze another trip out of it? Maybe. I only done it on Alice once when she went out on her tour out west, and it's done it 4 times to me on my little short trip to Kansas City and back up to Chicagoland area and then up to Wisconsin. So I think it's about time. I don't know if I'd send this truck back out west again, just because I don't want to have a tow bill or try to figure out how to get this truck home because I have a transmission for it. Nor would I want to pay $30,000 all in probably for a transmission from a dealer or in a tow and all that stuff, because these transmissions aren't that cheap. New, because the dealer's not going to put in a used one. Or a reman or anything like that, because the remans don't really exist for these. That being said, it's Christmas, so we wouldn't be going anywhere because today's the 20th of December. So we are done. This is the last trip of the year. We are done trucking for the year. It's always nice when you say that, but then 10 days later you're back in the truck again because it's the new year. So it's not like it's anything. It's not like it's anything high and mighty that you're done trucking for the year, because it's only like what, 10 days left, and then it's the New Year's 11. So be pretty busy. Transmission. I got to look at the reefer. And I got to get Mama's ATM going because I really need that truck operational so we can have that truck going in case something ever happens. But we just want to be able to also make more money, obviously, because why have another truck when you're not using it? So we're kind of going to try to run both and see how that works. Hopefully it works well. Good thing we got here when we did, because it's a shit show now. It's cold too. I'm sorry for the crude language. The yard spotter pissed me off. Let's go home.